Ever feel like you're drowning in stuff? Overwhelmed by the sheer amount of things in your life? It's a sensation many of us can relate to. The stacks of unread books piling up on the coffee table, the closet crammed full of clothes we haven't worn in years, the garage overflowing with boxes of who knows what. It's a modern-day conundrum, this clutter conundrum. Our society, our culture, our very way of life seems to push us towards accumulation. The ever-present advertisements encourage us to buy the latest gadgets, the newest fashion, the most recent upgrade. The philosophy seems to be more is better, and we've bought into it quite literally. The result? We're weighed down by possessions, our homes, our minds, even our lives, cluttered with things we don't really need. But what's truly fascinating about this situation is that we're not just talking about physical clutter. There's also the clutter in our digital spaces, our emails, our social media feeds, our online storage accounts, not to mention the mental clutter, the stress and anxiety that comes from managing all this stuff. It's a vicious cycle. We buy to feel good, but then we feel burdened by what we've bought. So we buy some more to feel better, and the cycle repeats. It's a whirlwind of consumption and clutter, and it can leave us feeling suffocated, stressed, and unfulfilled. But what if there was a different way? What if we could break free from this cycle? What if we could simplify our lives, clear out the clutter, and focus on what truly matters? Enter minimalism, a concept, a philosophy, a lifestyle that encourages us to own less and live more. It's about making conscious decisions about what we bring into our lives and letting go of the rest. It's about finding freedom in simplicity and discovering that less can indeed be more. But what if there was a different way to live? A way that lets you breathe easier and feel freer? Welcome to the world of minimalism. Imagine a life with less stuff, less clutter, less stress. Sounds appealing, right? Welcome to the Minimalist Lifestyle, a world where less is indeed more. At its core, minimalism is all about intentionally reducing the number of possessions and distractions in your life. It's about stripping away the excess and focusing on what truly matters. But what does that really mean? How does it look in practice? Well, let's paint a picture. Imagine walking into a room in your home. The space isn't crammed with furniture or knickknacks. Instead, it's filled with a sense of calm and tranquility. There are only a few carefully chosen items in the room, each one serving a specific purpose. There's no miscellaneous clutter to distract you. This is a snapshot of a minimalist lifestyle. Now let's take this concept a step further. Minimalism isn't just about physical possessions, it's also about decluttering your mind and your schedule. It's about saying no to unnecessary commitments and distractions that take up your time and energy. It's about prioritizing your mental health and well-being. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information and demands on our time, minimalism offers a way out. It gives us the space to breathe, to think, to focus. It encourages us to question what we really need and what we can let go of. And don't worry, embracing minimalism doesn't mean you have to get rid of everything you own and live in a barren room. It's not about deprivation. It's about intentionality. It's about choosing to bring things into your life that add value and joy and getting rid of the rest. In essence, minimalism isn't about having less. It's about making room for more of what matters. It's about creating a lifestyle that allows you to live more fully, more intentionally, and more joyfully. So, as we continue to explore the world of minimalism, remember this. It's not about the number of things you own. It's about the quality of your life. In essence, minimalism isn't about having less. It's about making room for more of what matters. You might be wondering, does this actually work? Are there people out there living this minimalist lifestyle and reaping the benefits? Absolutely. And we've got some compelling examples to share. Take, for instance, Joshua Fields Milburn. After a series of life-altering events, Joshua decided to leave behind his six-figure corporate job and adopt a minimalist lifestyle. He traded his luxury apartment for a small cabin, got rid of unnecessary belongings, and started living with less. And the result? Joshua found that he was happier and more fulfilled. experiencing an incredible sense of freedom and tranquility that he hadn't known before. Then there's Tammy Struble, a writer and photographer who downsized from a 2-bedroom apartment to a tiny home of about 128 square feet. She and her husband minimized their possessions to fit into their new compact space. The result? Tammy reports feeling more connected to her community and the world around her and less burdened by belongings. Let's not forget about Courtney Carver. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, Courtney was forced to reevaluate her life. She decided to embrace minimalism as a means to reduce stress. She launched Project 333, a challenge to wear only 33 items for 3 months. Courtney found that by simplifying her wardrobe, she was able to focus more on her health and relationships rather than material possessions. Finally, consider the story of the minimalists themselves: Joshua Fields, Milburn, and Ryan Nicodemus. They were successful young professionals with 6-figure incomes but felt unfulfilled and disconnected. They turned to minimalism and found that by shedding their excess belongings, they were able to focus on what truly mattered in their lives: relationships, passions, growth, and contribution. These stories are but a few examples of how adopting a minimalist lifestyle can lead to improvements in mental health, relationships, and overall quality of life. It's not about having less for the sake of having less, but rather about making room for more of what truly matters. As you can see, minimalism can have a profound impact on your life, clearing both physical and mental clutter. So, what are the benefits of this minimalist lifestyle? Why should you consider adopting it? Let's delve into the myriad of benefits that minimalism offers. To kick things off, let's talk about stress. In a society where stress levels are skyrocketing, minimalism acts as a breath of fresh air. By reducing the number of possessions we own, we decrease the amount of worries that tag along with them. Fewer things to clean, maintain, or worry about losing means reduced stress and more peace of mind. Next, let's talk mental clarity. With less physical clutter in our spaces, there's less mental clutter in our heads. Minimalism can help clear the fog, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. By removing the excess, we make room for enhanced creativity, productivity, and mindfulness. Now imagine having more time and freedom. Minimalism can help achieve just that. With fewer possessions to manage and less time spent on shopping or maintaining items, we suddenly find ourselves with more free time. This newfound freedom allows us to pursue hobbies, spend time with loved ones, or simply relax and enjoy the serenity. Lastly, but certainly not least, is the benefit of minimalism on our environment. In a time where our planet is crying out for help, every small step towards sustainability counts. By consuming less, we reduce our environmental footprint. We contribute less to landfills, decrease demand for resource-intensive products, and pave the way for a more sustainable future. But remember, minimalism isn't about depriving oneself. It's about finding joy and contentment in the simple, the essential. It's about focusing on quality rather than quantity. It's about making mindful choices that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Minimalism is not just a fad, it's a lifestyle choice that can lead to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Intrigued by the idea of minimalism? Ready to take the plunge and start decluttering your life? If you're nodding along, then you're in the right place. Embracing minimalism isn't a one-step process. It's a journey. And today, we're going on that journey together. Let's dive into some practical tips to kickstart your minimalist lifestyle. First things first, declutter your home. This is not just about getting rid of stuff, but rather making mindful decisions about what to keep and what to let go. Start small. Choose one room, one drawer, or even one shelf. Ask yourself, does this item serve a purpose? Does it bring you joy? If the answer is no, it might be time to say goodbye. Next, reassess your values and priorities. Minimalism goes beyond physical possessions. It's about decluttering your life, your mind, and your time. What are the things that truly matter to you? What are the activities that you genuinely enjoy? Keep those in mind and let go of the rest. Now, let's talk about shopping habits. Embracing minimalism means becoming a conscious consumer. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, Do I need this? Will this add value to my life? If the answer is no, put it back on the shelf. Your wallet and your home will thank you. Lastly, remember to be patient. Embracing minimalism is not an overnight process. It's a lifestyle change that takes time. Don't be hard on yourself if progress seems slow. Every little step counts. And here's a bonus tip. Find a minimalist mentor or community. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people can provide the support and motivation you need to stay on track. Remember, minimalism isn't about sacrifice or deprivation. It's about finding joy and fulfillment in less. So why not give it a try? Your future self might thank you.